because I didn't do one before. Because normally, no, it's alright. You're good. Normally, I do like a intro beforehand, and then like when I'm actually organised, I do it, and then like so when I get started, I'm just like, all right, we're starting.
So you just take all of like this home and edit it and shit, and then.
No, I don't edit shit.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't edit anything. So, welcome to the Killersetpod podcast. I'm Luke. I'm your host, as always. And sitting with me today is Joel. Hello, Joel.
How you going?
How you going, man? For those who don't know, Joel is... Oh, I met you when you were the lead vocalist of Drowning Atlantis, and now you're the lead vocalist for Lowgazer.
That is correct.
But I'm guessing you've got a long history of jumping around bands a little bit.
I've had my time doing some really stupid shit for some really, really fantastic musicians.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had a journey. That's the easiest way you can put it.
How did you get started out?
To put it simply, I just kind of went to a show one day and went, wow, that's really cool. I want to do that. And at first, I ended up getting into drums and guitar just because I thought there's no way that I could be singing for a band or anything like that. It takes someone who, first of all, looks half decent and can actually sing. And so I got started into drums and guitar, as I said, and I just could not play them for shit. And eventually I just kind of started yelling at people, and I thought, wow, this works. And the more I listened to music, the more I thought, hang on, people are doing more of this. I reckon I might be able to. And sure as shit, people were, or in the area, were trying to do the same kind of thing. And I just sort of
jumped on the train.
Jumped on the bandwagon. Yeah, that's the easiest way to put it.
So how old when you were you when you started then?
First band, it was either 16 or 17.
Oh, sweet.
And I actually was playing drums with those guys. Very poorly, but I was doing my best.
You're doing the Sid Vicious where you just get up there and you're just like, yeah, fuck, I know what I'm doing.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much just, I'm on stage finally.
Yeah.
I don't care how I'm on stage. People are looking at me and they're not. Well, actually, they're still probably thinking, like, fuck this guy. It didn't matter to me at the time. I was slamming it.
Yeah. I don't think anybody thinks that about you, Joel, mate. Everyone I speak, everyone, like, I mention your name to, everyone's like, yeah, Joel's the fucking best, man. Like, there's always mad props going around, so.
It's probably all the pot I smoke with that paranoia. I'll get that right out there. That's no secret.
Yeah, that's definitely not. I was gonna say, like, what were your influences? Like, obviously everyone sort of has someone they're like, oh fuck, they sound cool, like I wish I could be like them.
Overall, if we're talking like top threes kind of stuff,
yeah, go ahead, top three.
And I wouldn't even be able to put down, it's actually, yeah, in top threes it'd have to go like Architects, Tool and System of a Down.
Yeah, that's mad.
Just for how different those guys were at like their time. Yeah, when they first got into it, like they just sort of set a new pinnacle or a new bar sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, for
everyone to sort of, like that's at the bar and you're just like, shit, like I didn't know you could go that far, and now everyone's like, oh fucking, I'm gonna try and get better than that.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's mad. So you're with Lowgazer now. How did that come around? Like, I know obviously you left Drowning Atlantis, and you're saying earlier everything's on good terms now, which is awesome to hear, because you guys opened for them at Rad Bar the other weekend.
We did.
Which was awesome. It was awesome to see.
Incredibly fun show.
Yeah, it was the best. And so how did you get started with the guys from Lowgazer?
Really, it was just a straight up kind of, when I left Drowning Atlantis, you know, that was just a snap decision. I'm in a really bad mood.
Yeah.
And I just want to deal with this in the most abrupt way I possibly can.
Yeah, I saw the status. It was just like, I'm leaving Drowning Atlantis. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I like to think I've done a bit of growing up over the last year or two. But yeah, I say that every year, so I mean...
Yeah, as long as you keep growing up and not growing down.
I'm trying to,
yeah. At least aim and you'll get there.
Yeah.
So...
But yeah, with that... I left Drowning Atlantis just over some pretty snap decisions and I guess misunderstandings, and I thought to myself instantly, like, you know, I'm done. I've been doing this for ages, and I can't take this anymore, kind of thing. Like, it really was taking its toll, like having to travel so far, especially with the Drowning Atlantis guys, you know, just to make it to practice, you know, once a week, and you know, like all the input that goes towards paying for merch and paying to you know, to record and that kind of stuff. Like, you know, just the untold stories that the bands just, or every band really just
has
kind
to
of
go through. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the work behind the shows that that everyone doesn't realize, like, has to be done. And especially with the Drowning Atlantis guys, and that's the thing as well. They're really going at it hard.
Man,
like,
they have been since day dot.
Yeah,
like, credit where it is due. That's why they caught my attention. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I've never really, you know, met any other people that work as hard as those guys do.
Yeah, exactly. And like, they're on tour now, and they've always been like, any show they can get, they'll play. Like, any opportunity that they'll get, they'll
Absolutely,
take.
Man.
So, yeah, like, it's the same. It's like a similar. It's kind of like a similar reason that a lot of lead vocalists or vocalist leave bands is one, like, most of the time it's the commitment that they just not in a place personally where they can commit to the band. It's the same reason Adam left.
Yeah.
The original vocalist for Drowning Atlantis, who was there for 5 years, 6 years, from the beginning, like from day dot.
Yeah, however long it was specifically, he was absolutely killing it. Like, those were big shoes to fill when I got asked, and I was like, well, I don't really think I can do this. But yeah, even now he's still a monster. I love it.
Adam always has been and always will be an absolute monster. And but like, he left for the same reason. He's just like, I can't keep up with the workload that the boys want to put down. He goes, I've got other things I want to focus on. Yeah. So like a career and stuff like that, which is completely understandable. But yeah, I guess it's not like you were saying, like, it's, you grow up and you look back on things, you're like, oh, I could have handled things better. But for you at the time, it just wasn't going to work.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and somehow it managed to work out, you know, for the better on my behalf. And
exactly.
In the sense that, you know, within 2 days of going through all that kind of shit, I just sort of got in contact with the guys from Lowgazer, and we started talking. Their vocalist was overseas at the time, and, you know, they needed someone to fill in for shows, and we just got really comfortable straight away with each other. I absolutely fell in love with what they were doing, you know, with what I had heard that they'd released, you know, the stuff that they're still working on, or we're still working on now. And you know, it was just pretty much love at first sight. We got together, started jamming, and, you know, it's excuse me, been absolutely phenomenal ever since. Like, you know, even as you were saying, like Rad Bar last week that we played, that was probably one of my favourite shows. Yeah,
that was awesome. So for everyone who didn't get down to Rad Bar, what was it? Was it a Sunday night? Yeah, it was a Sunday night. Yeah. So that was great. Like, I love those Sunday night gigs because, like, Sundays are normally the most boring night of the week because it's just like there's fucking nothing on and everyone's either too hungover or just like, I can't be bothered, I got work tomorrow to do anything. And then Rad Bar shows like an awesome show like that on. It's just like, fuck yeah, like, exactly. You want to get down and see it. And you guys opened up, well, you and Lowgazer opened up, and it was awesome. Like, I got there, I think I got there a little bit late because I had to get cash. But as soon as I got in, it was just like energy pumping, like room was packed. I was just like, man, like, this is awesome for a Sunday night in a small venue in Wollongong, which is not the easiest place to get to via public transport either.
Not entirely, but
yeah,
when it comes down to it, man, Rad Bar is just that place.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if you're going to have a show in Wollongong, you have it at Rad Bar, because it doesn't matter what day of the week, what time it is.
It'll get there.
That place turns up and it goes fucking wild every time.
Exactly. And I think it's getting a name for itself internationally now as well. Like, I saw Knocked Loose play there at the start of this year, and they were supported by Justice for the Damn, Reactions. Was there another band there? If there's another band there, I've forgotten now. But to have an international... Huh?
Very well done.
Yeah, it was like so cool to see him. And everyone killed... And that place was packed out. Like, they sold out Rad Bar. There was people standing on the stairs. There was people, like, standing against the bar. Like, it was literally from where the band was all the way to the bar was just packed with people. And it was just... It's insane to see. And I know that Cursed Earth is doing their Wollongong gig there as well. So that's going to be fucking insane to see. And then the guys from Justice for the Damn are doing their tour, and they're going to Rad Bar as well. So it's like, yeah.
You heard it here first, Wollongong folks. Get your tickets. They are going to sell out. Rad Bar
they will definitely sell out.
It's just a place you have to be at.
Yeah, you have to. And it's such a cool little venue. Like, you walk in there, and it's like literally the bar, and you go up like 3 steps to your right, and that's where the band plays. Like, there's no ifs and like there's no unnecessary shit. Like, everything in there has a purpose.
Yeah.
And they try and minimize everything else, because it's like if you put like couches and shit in there and
people just kind of get complacent and get comfortable, and it takes away from the atmosphere of being at a show.
Yeah, exactly. Like standing room only. It's like, yeah, that should be it. Like that's the way it should be. And
it's almost like those guys have designed the place just specifically to be held for shows.
Yeah, exactly.
And occasionally serve drinks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And even the drink prices are cheap as well. It's like $5 for a beer.
Yeah,
where
else do you find that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you guys opened up for Drowning Atlantis, and was it Meridian Theory was on there as well?
Meridian Theory.
And who else? I bought their EP for $5. I was like, fuck the beer. I'm buying their EP.
I'm gonna stand up real quick. I know nobody listening can actually see this, but I just have to show it off right now as well. This is the EP in question, I believe.
Yeah, I got a.
How good is this thing?
Yeah.
Shout out real quick, Meridian Theory. You call that an EP? Just wherever and whenever you can get it, guys, grab it. It's so fucking cool.
Yeah, and it's like, I think like they were selling it for $5 at the end of the show. I was like, they're like, just to help us out, because I think they're from Byron.
Or Coffs Harbour.
Coffs
Harbour.
Yeah, so another long travelling band. So I think that's the main thing everyone needs to sort of understand. It's like, yeah, it's one thing to go and pay to see the gig. That's great. But if you like a band, like, just buy something of their merch, because it like that goes straight to them. Like, there's no cuts taken out of it at all.
Yeah.
So like that's the main thing. But yeah, you guys opened up for that show, and I think that's probably the first and probably not the last time, because you guys will play more shows, but that's definitely the first time I've seen an opening band I get called for an encore.
That was
so I was like, I'm like standing there going, what is going on? And I was like,
you were standing there going, what is going on?
Yeah.
How do you think I was feeling?
Yeah, because you were like, dude, we
just opened. What the fuck? You've got so many other cool. Why do you want to? You've had like 25 half hour. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Come on. I'm dead here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you just finished doing what you thought was the last song, and you're like, one more song.
Man, that was ridiculous.
I was like, shit.
Seriously, as an artist, to be opening a show and to have that kind of reaction, straight away, it's like, fuck, we must have done it right then.
No, exactly. Like, I was going to say that, and I think it shows the love everyone has for you guys as well. Like,
and it's mutual. We love those guys.
Yeah.
Just the atmosphere that turns up every single time that we play a show, and specifically, once again, I got to pump it for Rad Bar.
Yeah,
that place is like home to us. Like, every time we turn up there, it's just packed out, and everyone's got nothing but love.
Yeah,
it's just unfathomable. I don't know how we keep getting it.
Yeah, I think and Rad Bar's like perfect, because it not only it doesn't just do metal gigs, it does like alternative gigs, punk gigs. It does everything. And that's like the super cool thing about it. And they'll do gigs like on a Wednesday night or like a Thursday night. I don't know if they've done it on Mondays and Tuesdays, but they're constantly putting out live music in Wollongong. So
no, actually, I was Tuesday night last night. I was there last night checking out Wildfires play their first show. Which, once again, listeners, little shameless plug. Wildfires, man, they were so cool.
Yeah,
just go and check them out.
Yeah, and I think that's the same thing. Everyone, like, that's part of the reason I wanted to talk to you as well. Like, you've got such a love for the scene. Like, it's
all right.
Yeah, you guys started, like, you guys opened the show, but you were there till the last band played, like, to the last note of the last band playing. Like, a lot of bands who open shows, for whatever reason, normally have to leave sort of halfway through the night, because they've either got to get somewhere or like they've got other commitments and stuff like that, which is fair enough. But for you to stay there and grab a mic and a couple of sets and sing along, and
when I do that kind of stuff, I'm a little too intoxicated. I've got to admit, that's me going overboard, and I apologise to everyone who had to see me beyond my time.
No, I think it was definitely, like, Meridian Theory fucking loved it. Like, the guys there loved it, and then even and that was, as I said, that was a super cool thing.
I love Meridian Theory.
Yeah, I love them too, man. Like, I listened to their EP, I was like, fuck, this is mad. Like,
it's just so fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's so rocky. It's so, like, I just wanted to get up and start punching my room.
Yeah.
Like, nothing in specific about my room, just like, hey, this is part of my room, I'm going to punch it. Just because Meridian Theory is playing. This has fucking got me in that mood.
Yeah. I think, and it's good, like, they're playing metal music in Coffs, and typically the North Shore's got that very sort of Central Coast and North Shore's got the very hippie vibe, so you get like a lot of alternative artists coming out of there, but to get like strong, like metal acts coming out of there, like obviously Parkway is from Byron.
Yeah.
Zach, yeah. So obviously you get but the guys.
You looked at me and like you were checking, like, are they from Byron?
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure they're from Byron. Yeah.
Everyone knows that, man. Come on.
No, it's been a long day.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. You're forgiven. It's all right, mate. But I think the guys who do come out of that Central Coast, North Coast, area, have such a tougher grind to make it. So when they do make it, like their music is just fucking exceptional. Like if you're like a bit unsure about yourselves, you're not going to travel like 4 or 5 hours down to Sydney to play a gig just to turn around and drive back the next day or that night, depending if you've got the cash to stay somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're not confident in your music, so like big shout out to Meridian Theory because they obviously are confident with their music and as they should be because it's fucking killer.
And same goes for Traces. I got to the same. Actually, no, it was on Saturday that we played. Saturday just passed. We went to Tamworth to do the first show for their Changes tour.
Yeah, because I saw you were up in Tamworth. I was like, what? That's so cool.
Yeah, they gave us the opportunity to come and play 6 hours away from where we usually play.
Yeah.
And that was just so cool. But more the experience,
Yeah.
especially to put ourselves in the shoes of a band like Traces who lives out there.
Yeah.
And who every chance that they get to play a show in a bigger area like Sydney or Wollongong, that's what they've got to do to to get there.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah.
And it's like it's the drive there, it's the drive back, it's the stops in between. It's it is. It's like it's a massive eye opener to do that yourself. Like once you get credit where it's due, and just massive thanks to the guys in Traces for having us along and just for putting up with us and checking us out and just being the great people that they are.
Yeah, definitely. I think sort of living in Sydney and like even Wollongong to a certain extent, you sort of not get complacent, but a lot of people are not like they're not happy to say that they feel like the scene's dying or the scene's gone or there's not much scene left. But I think like there's more than what people expect. Like there's always shows going on. Like there is a heartbeat still there, and I think people get complacent. Like if you're in Tamworth, the scene's gonna be pretty dead up in Tamworth. Like.
Not so much dead, like, it's just, it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's a lot smaller.
Yeah.
That's difficult wasn't the right word there.
Yeah. No, it is difficult because it's like, if you're living in Tamworth, if you've got a fan who lives in, say, like, Armidale, like, that's 3 hours train ride or whatever it is to get down there to see a show.
Very fair point of view.
You've got to, there's a lot more travel involved. Where in Sydney, it's like, I'm in Campbelltown, so it's just like, if I want to go to Red Rattler, I'm like, sweet, let's get off at Marrickville and then just walk down.
Yeah.
Or, if I want to go to AM/PM at the Burdekin Hotel, just get off at Museum.
Yeah.
Get the train, like it's an hour train ride and I'm there. And
people really do take it for granted. Like even when I was living in the city, I would, back a couple of years ago when Hot Damn was a regular thing at Cuba.
Yeah.
I had to think about that for a second.
Yeah.
It goes to show how often I've been to Cuba. But it was such a commodity in this, in the sense that it was every single week. So you'd think,
I can miss this week, I'll go next one.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas in those more, I guess rural areas like Tamworth in specific, it's like once every couple of months that they even get something like that. So, just the drive to be there and to enjoy it is so much,
so much more, yeah.
Yeah, so much more enjoyed.
Yeah, so, it's awesome. But yes, what we were talking about before we went on this little tangent.
Sorry, I do that a lot.
No, it's alright, so do I. Rad Bar, that's what it was. Rad Bar. So you guys opened up.
We did indeed.
And I think that's the first time I've seen a human pyramid at a show. So congrats on that.
Thank you kindly.
Where do you get the inspiration to do that? Or is it just like spur of the moment? Just like, because you just started calling people in. I'm like, did he organize? Like you're calling people in like that everyone knew what was going on. I was like standing there going, what the fuck's going on? And then the Meridian Theory guys were like, yeah, I got it. And they like jumped on the bottom.
Truth be told, I did speak to a couple of people and that was the spur of the moment. I've had a really strong drink here that's done probably, I gotta say, cinnamon whiskey sour. I only worked out what that drink was on that night and that's probably the inspiration for the human pyramid.
Cinnamon whiskey sour.
Which, again, Rad Bar, go and get it made. It's fucking fantastic. But I just kind of started approaching people and like, hey, so I've got this idea. It's incredibly stupid, but I reckon it'll be fun. What do you reckon? And everyone was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. Human pyramid. And the idea was that, you know, we get 3 on the bottom, 2 on the middle, and then I'll get on top, and then, you know, keep it sort of as stable as possible, and I'll do a backflip off it. And then once, you know, the first couple of people jumped on the ground, everyone else was like, fuck yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, I think it ended up being like 5 people on the ground.
I was like, yeah, 4 tiers high or something. I was like, shit, I'm up high.
Because I'm pretty sure I was on the second level. The third? Yeah, I can't remember now. But I remember you were on my back. So
You're a
I
good
was
man.
second to the top. But yeah, that's cool. And I know, like, is that like sort of something that you do? Like, because I know, like I was talking to you earlier, I saw you for the first time perform at CC's in Campbelltown, which, rest in peace, CC's no longer exists. It was a good little venue.
God rest her soul.
It packed out that night, and it packed out a few other times as well. It was a good venue.
It was indeed. I love CC's.
Yeah, and you climbed the speakers, like the stack of speakers, and just sat up there. And I don't know, I just remember seeing someone climb up there, and then I would look down, and there's no one in front of the band, like, doing vocals, and I was like, look back up, I'm like, there's Joel. He's sitting on top of the speaker stack. And everyone's just like, that's what Joel does. He just does whatever he wants.
A very good way to put it. That's just kind of what Joel does. If you want to listen to music, you download it, you buy it, you stream it, you do whatever you can to listen to music. If you go to a show, you've come to see a show.
Yeah,
that's my theory when it comes to that. And
definitely,
you know, people aren't paying to see me just stand there with a microphone in my hand reciting stuff that they can't understand me do anyway.
Yeah,
can't understand, you know, what I'm saying anyway.
exactly.
At the time, like, you know, they want to be entertained.
Yeah,
and I know that when I'm, you know, watching bands play, I've always got incredibly high standards. Yeah. So I figure I'm always trying to outdo what I, you know, set for myself. And so far, so good. Like, I'm doing backflips when we play, and, you know, that's just something I figured one night, again, after probably one too many drinks. This would be cool if I could pull it off. And the first time I nearly died, I didn't, you know, quite make it, but it was enough to not land on my head and snap my neck. And I thought, I reckon a couple more practice shots at this, I'll get it. And now I'm doing backflips, and that's just something that, like, you know, people come up and go, yeah, you're that guy that does backflips. And
you're like, oh shit.
But then I met Aiden from Ghost of Pandora, and I thought, shit, there goes my little gimmick. He's, you know, I mean this in the nicest way possible, and he will know, you know, if he does end up listening to this, hi Aiden, by the way, that he is an absolute freak of nature. That guy is just, I don't even know how to say it. I thought I was, you know, cool at doing that because I'd done a couple of years of trampolining and diving, you know, when I was growing up, and knew how to do backflips and double backflips and stuff, you know, with the aid of a trampoline or a springboard.
Yep.
But he'll just, like, you know, whip out, you know, a backflip with a full twist in it on the floor, you know, and do a cartwheel, and then just, like, nearly a double backflip or something right in front of you. And now I'm seeing videos of him blowing fire at the same time. I know this is way off topic, but just...
No, keep going.
He's just... Man.
Take it to another level.
Absolutely, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I was so blown away by that, and now that's my new standard. I'm thinking, all right, I've got to start fucking fire breathing or something, or, you know, I've got to start lighting myself on fire, or there's got to be fire involved. It's just,
fireworks.
I don't know, maybe I'll pull out a gun and, you know, that's like scare. Actually, no, I won't. I shouldn't say that.
Don't pull a gun at your next.
Everyone knows I'm into conspiracy theories, and they'll probably believe that. I won't shoot anyone, I promise.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
It was a joke.
It was a joke, dude.
Come on.
None of this was taken. The media's going to find this, and they're going to snippet that part out, and they'll be like, Joel, crazed lead vocalist of satanic death metal band.
Also joins ISIS. Threatens to shoot people at shows.
But, yeah, who was I talking to? I think I was talking to somebody, and I can't remember who I was talking to.
Who are you talking to? I want to know now.
It was either Adam or Jerry from Honest Crooks. I can't remember now.
Well, was it Adam or was it Jerry?
I can't remember now. Might have been both of them.
No, this is important. I think it
was Jerry.
Let's just say it's Jerry. Move on.
We'll just say it's Jerry.
I'm being petty.
Sorry, Jerry.
Sorry, listeners, to put up with it.
Sorry, all 14 of you. 14 consistent listeners. Thank you very much. I should probably thank you somewhere along the line. So for tuning in and giving me a purpose to do this.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. But yeah, I was talking to Jerry, and he was saying the same thing that you were saying, that the experience of going and seeing a show is so much more, so much different compared to listening to regular music. And I think people, even if you're not into metal music, like, go and just watch a local metal gig. Just like, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? I think people like get too comfortable in what they like and what they don't like, and I don't really want to push the boundaries.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's like, oh, try new food, like blah blah blah. It's like, go see a metal show. Like, you'll have a good time. Trust me. You won't understand the music, or you won't understand the lyrics at least. But to be perfectly honest with you, I like listen to, say, Drowning Atlantis. I'll listen to their music and be like, yeah, I know the words. Go and see it live. I'm like, I don't understand what part of the song we're up to currently. I'm like, I can't sing along with the lyrics because I don't know.
It does get that way, absolutely.
But
I get that way while I'm playing.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, fuck, what's going on?
Sometimes I'll just murmur and put a really grisly tone to it, and people will be like, fuck yeah, he's nailing this. I have no idea what I'm doing.
But yeah, and like, but the thing is, like, it's just the atmosphere and the excitement that the crowd has, and that the enjoyment that you can see everyone is having. Like, it's a really enjoyable time to go to a metal gig, and even if you're not gonna mosh, even you just stand there and watch, like, it's still interesting to see, because you're like, what are these guys doing? And then, like, guys will be pulling off like backflips or like spinning kicks in the mosh pit, and you're like, oh, that's cool.
And girls,
yes, yeah. Actually, there was a bunch of girls at the Knock Loose gig, and they just went at it.
Dude, in Tamworth, when Traces started playing, I saw these two girls going hard in the pit, and I was like, fuck, they look dangerous. Like,
yeah.
No, thank you. I'll stay on my side. I'm going to get hurt.
At Kill Your Friends Fest last weekend, there was this, like, I'm not kidding you. For everyone, I'm what, 5'10"? This girl, she could have been like a 5 foot max, like skinny little like Filipino chick.
Yep.
And she was just getting there and just swinging, and then she started crowd killing, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, everyone's like, oh my god, everyone started losing their shit, and like how awesome it was just to see someone get in there and give it a shot.
It's so great. It really is.
It was the best. I was like, that's so cool. So yeah, ladies, get in there. I can't remember who did it. One band was like, no boys in the pit for this song, and they're like, only girls, ladies get in there and swing. It was like Killer Your Friends Fest, I'm pretty sure.
Fair. I have seen that happen before too.
Yeah.
Now it's going to rack my brain on who's done that.
I don't know if it might have been.
I think I did that once upon a time with an old band.
Everyone should do it.
And it worked really well.
Yeah.
It was at like a Penrith PCYC show or something.
Awesome.
And yeah, it just went hard. If I'm remembering correctly, that was really fucking cool.
Yeah. That's the best. And I think,
I'm going to do more of that.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it's definitely a cool thing to see, because you're just like, yeah, like, there's no discrimination between, like, there shouldn't be any discrimination between guys and girls either performing music or, you know, being in the crowd and enjoying music. I think that's something that the metal community does pretty well. You know, I've spoken to a few chicks who are into metal, and I've asked them, like, have you ever had issues with guys at shows? I'm like, no, everyone's normally really super nice, and like the same, it's the old saying, if someone goes down in the pit, you grab them and pick them up, because like, you don't want someone getting trampled. So whether it's a guy or a girl, everyone's like, I've seen people run from one side of the pit to the other because some person stacked it.
That's just how it is.
And that's just how it is. So it's a very supportive community. But yeah, get down to a local show. Get down to a local show, couldn't
have said it better myself.
Get down to a club show like AMPM's once a month. That's sick. Get out to the mini festivals, because they're sick as well. I think Kill All Your Friends was the first one I went to, like, this year, or like at all.
How do you feel about that?
It was cool.
I know this is your podcast and you're interviewing me, but how did you feel about that?
How does that make you feel? It was awesome. I was buggered by the end of it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was exhausted, because I was like
just going hard the whole way.
A little bit sick going in, and I was like, you know what? I only have a couple of Coronas, so I just like sculled 3 Coronas. I'm like, sweet, ready to go. And I just rode the buzz the whole day. So I think it was like, started at 1, finished at like 7. So 6 hours worth of moshing and music and hanging out with people. So it was awesome.
And you didn't throw up after sculling 3 Coronas and trying to mosh?
No, I was fine. Felt a little bit queasy. I had a bad
Good
stitch.
effort, son. Shit.
Had a bad stitch for a little bit, but
That'll get you.
just skip out a song, and then just 2-step, get yourself back warmed up into it.
That's it. Just realign the pace. Make sure you're good.
Yeah, and then you start swinging again. So
that's it. Death to everyone who comes too close.
Yeah. And that's the funny thing as well. Like when you go to a gig and you see guys who, if you don't know what's going on, you're like, why is this guy punching this other guy in the face? And then, but if you know them or you sort of know what happens at gigs, you realize that those two guys are actually mates and they're sort of taking the piss out of each other. But they're not actually hitting each other. If they are, they're like tapping each other. But it looks very aggressive and it's kind of concerning.
Definitely.
So it's always funny to see that. I always laugh whenever I see it.
There's no making any mistake. Like every now and then it does happen.
Yeah, a fight does break out.
Someone will get a little too close to someone else's personal space, and it'll just be a natural reaction. Yeah, and then there'll be friends of that person's friends coming in to help fight off the other person's friends, and it's just a matter of kind of going, hang on guys, this isn't why we're here. And it always does. It takes seconds for everyone's egos to kind of be put aside and go, no, this isn't why we're here, sorry, let's move on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that's the best thing as well, because it's always the heat of the moment.
Absolutely.
It's always the heat of the moment, and then everyone cools down and they're like, oh shit. Like, it's also like partially I'm like, I don't really like, no one wants to get kicked out, because they're like, if they're like 3 bands in and there's still like another 3 bands left to go, you're like, I really want to see the headliner. I'm not going to get kicked out because of a stupid fight. So I'm like, I'll just put whatever the issue is aside and we'll be right.
Well, I hope that like, regardless of the threat of getting kicked out, like,
you don't want people starting fights, I guess. Yeah.
Even still, man, like just people respecting each other and that kind of stuff. Like Definitely. If you come to a show, you understand that you're not the only one who's there to see a show and enjoy your night. Like, and I think that for the most part, absolutely, for the majority of it all, like people 100% understand that.
Out of all the shows I've been to, I think I've only seen one fight. Like I've seen guys get shitty with each other and like sort of get in each other's face and like why, and like sort of like arc up at each other a little bit and be like, oh, like you're getting too close or this or that. But then it's always normally just words exchanged and then that just backs off. Yeah. But there's only been one time that I've seen like people actually throwing punches, but that was it literally was over in 10 seconds.
I've been in 1 or 2 scuffles over my time. Always my own fault.
No, you're going.
There's nothing else to say about that. I've just been a dickhead, and a lot of people know me for that. But I can admit it now. Yeah, it's like rehab without going to rehab.
You've just grown up.
I hope so.
That's as long as you aim a little bit higher and you sort of keep aiming.
I feel like this is a personal therapy session as well. That's why you're not laughing, because I hit the nail on the head, isn't it?
Mate, you got it. This is an intervention. Everyone come inside. Everyone come inside.
Shit.
Oh, shit. There's actually nobody here.
Where do we go from here, eh? This is now very awkward.
It is.
Especially for everyone listening. Yeah. All 14 of you. Or 13 now.
13. I'm sure we've lost a couple.
Fair enough.
Shit.
I understand. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really not that entertaining if I'm not on stage doing backflips.
No. That's the complete opposite. Everyone loves you, mate. Everyone loves you.
Thanks,
Tim,
guys.
Especially Tim.
He's a sweetheart.
He's a sweetheart, dude. They just released their
music video.
Tim was just like, yes, finally. He was so excited for it to be out. So that was awesome.
Rightly so. It looked so fucking cool, man. The production on that was amazing. It was just a brilliant song. Like, I know I don't want to sound generic and just be like, throwing positive comments at absolutely everything, but really, again, it's just they nailed it.
Yeah. They really have. So if you guys are listening to this and you haven't seen Divinate's new music video, go check it out. And check out the podcast I did with Divinate. That was cool.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so I got to sit in on their practice and chill out with them for a bit and talk to them. And they're talking about all the behind the scenes work that went into making the video, and it sounded like so much fucking work. They're like, yeah, we had somebody and then he couldn't do it because of insurance purposes, and then he had to get a producer in which had the insurance. I'm like, I thought you guys just like went somewhere and then recorded it and then put it on YouTube. They're like, no, it's like there's a whole, it's like a movie almost, like
the joys of being in a band.
Yeah, that's the unknown stuff, and I think that's people don't appreciate the amount of work that goes into even making an EP. Is like everyone's just like, oh cool, EP, all right, what's next? It's like guys, like, you know how hard it is to like get 5 people to agree on one thing, or to like most of them to agree on one thing. Like,
especially when it's working with me. I'm such an annoying cunt to fucking, like, and I'm the first to admit that. That's why it's been so many bands. Like, if anyone from Drowning Atlantis is listening to this, they're probably pissing themselves laughing, going, fuck, he's actually come clean with it. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, it's so difficult to put so many creative, not so much differences, but so many creative aspects, into the one kind of project.
Yeah.
And have it all work.
Yeah.
Like, there is so much nitpicking away from it, and, just yes or no, or change this bit, or do it like that, or just, like, it's fucked, but it's so worth it in the end.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you can put, like, Meridian Series, they can throw their Meridian Theory, they can throw their CD into the CD player and, like, listen to it and be like, that's fucking us.
Yeah.
Like, we have our own CD that we sell at shows because we can tour because we're in a band and we actually put the effort in. So
I can throw the Meridian Theory CD in a CD player and start listening to it. I got this little bad boy in my hand. It's just so pretty.
Yeah.
It's so
like,
pretty.
I think they hand paint it or something. I don't know what they did, but it was super cool.
Yeah, it was like some kind of spray painting process they were telling me, I believe. And
it's super cool.
I think I got a little bit fucked up off the fumes from that as well. But still, fantastic CD.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think that's why it takes some bands like a couple of years to not only come out with like an EP, but and it might take a couple of EPs for them to really find their sound because they're trying to juggle everyone's creative input?
Man, that's a hard one to say. Like, honestly, there are so many different reasons for so many different people, for, I guess, every aspect of, progress that they're making in their life, whether it's creative or professional or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone goes at their own pace. Like, everyone knows that if you want to, be successful in this kind of industry, you do have to just keep pumping them out as hard as you can and, just keep up with the pace, that has been set. But I know that, from my experience, everyone, that we've played shows with or that I've played shows with over the years, is striving for that same goal.
Yeah. And
everyone's still moving at different paces because of individual things. So it's really such a subjective question.
Yeah. I asked the hard questions, mate.
No, absolutely, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
different circumstances for different bands, I guess.
Definitely. Yeah. But that's the hard questions get the really difficult to sort of put down a simple answer.
Yeah,
I said that in a really odd way.
That's all right. We got what you're saying, mate. It's
yeah, hope so.
Yeah. Oh God. Normally I can sort of think of something else to ask, but
normally I'm good at public speaking. I guess maybe that there's not a crowd here. Maybe I've got to imagine it.
Yeah, imagine a little crowd. We'll get a little circle pit going. That's one thing I miss at gigs. Circle pits.
Straight up. Yeah. Actually, good call. All right, next Lowgazer gig, there's going to be a circle pit.
Because everyone's cool.
Mark my word.
Everyone's cool with like slow moshing, like two-stepping sort of breakdowns. Everyone's cool with that. But when a band starts kicking it up and they like go really high tempo, everyone sort of stands there and goes, fuck, I don't know what to do. Everyone sort of like nods their head really quick. It's like, that's when you're supposed to do like some really cool, running in a circle shit or like some really quick stuff. But I think a lot of people are kind of just like, that's the way the scene used to be. I don't know. It seems like the scene goes through stages now where I think the hardcore stuff is really coming in.
Yeah.
And so like two-stepping is really in. Sort of that sort of slower style is sort of in, like slow but heavy, if you get what I mean. Like really it's hard to explain. Like groovy. I don't know. It's not really that. It's not the right word.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So I think let's bring back circle pits at local gigs because they're always fun. You just run in a circle for whatever reason.
Anyone listening who does feel like coming to our next show at the Vertican Hotel with Diamond Construct on 8th of July.
That's going to be a good show.
That's going to have a circle pit.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm relying on each one of you to make it happen.
When's that?
That is the 8th of July.
8th of July.
So not this weekend, next weekend, I believe.
Beautiful. 8th of July.
Come and kill people.
Yeah. Don't
actually kill people, just...
Burdekin Hotel's a really good, really cool little venue as well. Their band room's super tight because they've got a couple of pillars there, so the crowd sort of squeezes inside the pillars.
Burdekin's at AMPM, right? Or
Yeah, AMPM's at
yeah,
Burdekin.
righto.
Yeah.
I was only there the other week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nifty little venue. I don't mind it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's
like really intimate.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And then they got like the Hogwarts staircase, which I fucking love.
Actually, I didn't even notice that. I was just downstairs the whole time.
No, yeah, when you walk in, if you go directly to your left, there's like a cool little like staircase that circles up.
Right on.
Oh, it's not little, it's pretty big. But
I'll have to suss it out.
yeah, definitely. And then you got like the DJ levels and stuff upstairs. So
Fuck yeah.
yeah, but yeah, that's mad. Diamond Construct's kicking it off,
dude. That's
they're really fucking skyrocketing.
Rightly so.
Yeah, like I say, because they're really fucking good as well.
There's really nothing else I can say about that. It's just they are where they are because of who they are. It's fucking that's not who they are, what they're doing.
Yeah, what they're doing and the effort they're putting in.
Yeah,
that's super cool. I think I put this question to Adam. I did, and the question was, do you think how do you think the scene's going to sort of progress from here? Do you think honestly, I hope like the local gigs stay. Do you think the sort of like AM/PM style things will get more popular? So like club gigs where you've got like 3 bands and then like the rest of the night is sort of a party. Like, what do you think is sort of emerging as like a strong way?
Well, I really haven't been even thinking about that kind of stuff since I moved out of Sydney, to be perfectly honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just literally just now when you asked me that, I realised I'm a bit of a country bumpkin now. I'm just down here on the coast, enjoying life, watching the waves,
taking it,
not thinking
slower
about all the busy stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I really hope it does well.
Yeah.
Just because of the people running it there.
Yeah.
There's some of the greatest people, like, you know, Toby Bramley specifically, like, he's been so involved from, you know, such an early stage in the scene that I grew up with, you know, in putting all these events on and funding them and, you know, investing his own, you know, money and that kind of stuff to make sure these things happen. And, you know, everyone is, you know, that guy works with, like, I'm not going to go into massive amounts of names because there has been so many people that have been, like, specifically Toby, like, you know, he's just put so much energy into creating an atmosphere where people can do this kind of stuff on a weekly basis. Yeah. And I'd really like to see it flourish, you know.
Definitely, yeah.
And just sort of give out the reward that's due. Yeah,
exactly. And I think, I definitely think it's flourishing. I think it's really good for the scene as well. What I got from Adam, I think it was Adam, was that it's those type of gigs where you got like 3 bands, like a really big headliner and 2 really solid support bands. It's a good way for people to find out about other bands. So like if you're going there to see These Nuts, but like Diamond Construct is opening for them, and like Drowning Atlantis is like the second headliner. Yeah, like if you don't know about those 2 bands, you go there to watch These Nuts, and you're like, oh, like 2 other bands on, I'll stick around and have a watch, and you might fall in love with those 2 bands.
Absolutely.
And I think that's why it's awesome as well. And then the festivals are really awesome because it's just like,
that's the same premise, like, you know, someone that people know, and then just more like as many locals on there as possible to give everyone a fair go, and, you know, just stretch, I guess, that publicity out. Yeah, exactly. So I think that's another aspect of shows that like really gets undermined and sort of forgotten about as well, is like the effort that the promoters put in there to make sure that everyone, you know, sees that this kind of shit's going on. Yeah. Like, you know, obviously a lot of bands do a lot of promoting themselves, you know, to make sure that people know what's going on, but you know, the promoters that, you know, are involved in, you know, putting the efforts that they put in to make sure people turn up is just
even getting good venues.
Absolutely.
Well. Like that makes a huge difference. Like Burdekin's such a cool venue and they've done such a good job to get it. Yeah. Like you could have held it in, you know, a trashy pub, you know, sort of off a main street, sort of,
and hard put minimum kind of deposit on to make maximum return. Yeah. But that's not what it's about. Like,
exactly. No,
it's a labour of love with all these people, and it's just that's what's so appealing to me about it specifically, to keep coming back. Like,
Yeah.
You know that you're not getting fucked over. Like, it's literally just everyone's there because they want to be in that environment.
Yeah, and I think it really shows because they're now drawing. Like when I went and saw Justice for the Damned at 8 p.m, there was 2 really surfy looking dudes in the crowd.
Righto.
And when I first looked at them, I was like, "You guys are kind of out of place." Like, not in a negative way. I'm just like, "This is not. You guys don't come here often, like to see metal shows." Like I can tell, they weren't wearing the black skinny jeans and the black t-shirt with the bands on it. But I was like, stood there for a second. I was like, but that's really cool because it's like, I don't remember the last time where I've seen people who are sort of that far removed from the metal scene. And I don't know. I'm just judging them purely on what they look like.
Honestly, it's funny you bring that up because like when we were at Tamworth, there's this guy that sticks out to me and probably will for a while, but he was like dressed up full corpse paint, like Marilyn Manson kind of shit, like spiky collars and that kind of stuff, milky white eye contact lenses and stuff.
That's mad.
Like, and I just thought, wow, like fair enough in Sydney, but like, dude, we're in Tamworth,
and you're putting the effort in, like.
Not so much that, like, dude, how are you getting around here without getting assaulted? Like, you must have some pretty powerful family to be doing that, bro. Like, kudos.
No, when the shows come, that's when he like lets loose.
Actually, no, he did kind of just stand there awkwardly.
Oh, really?
Truth be told, yeah.
That's all right.
Looked a bit out of place.
That's all right.
Just generally speaking. But he showed up,
supported.
That's what matters to me.
Exactly. But yeah, with like the surfer dudes, and I was like, that's so cool to see that new people are coming in, like into the scene, because everyone's always complained, and I think that's the thing with the Sydney scene is, for a while it became cool to shit on it. Like it was cool to be like, oh, your scene's dead. Oh, this is shit. Like I used to like metal music, but now I'm into blah 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 blah.
Shout out to I Probably Hate Your Band for probably starting that.
But there was so I think they went through a stage where it was kind of like cool to shit on it and just like oh whatever. And I think it's just people weren't appreciating the amount of effort and stuff that went into it. But now I think it's really starting to come back, and it's super exciting to see. And actually, that was the other point I was going to make. There's not a lack of good talent in Sydney.
No, absolutely. The bar has been raised like tenfold, man.
Exactly. And there's a bunch of EPs, I think, going to be released sort of this year and later this year as well, which are going to start blowing people up massively, because the amount of effort and the amount of talent that's now producing like music that people can listen to, like on Spotify and stuff. It's gonna really start blowing them up.
Absolutely, man. Like, and on that note, like stuff like Bellhaven, like their latest release, like that's. Man, I don't even remember where they got in the charts, but that was like on the Spotify charts and stuff. But that was like right up there, in the top 10s and stuff. And it was like, holy shit, like. Yeah,
and the same thing with like Ocean Grove. Like Ocean Grove at the start of this year was like blowing up, and it's like how can bands be blowing up if everyone thinks the scene is still dead? Which it's obviously not. It's just like there's good bands. We just got to get crowds out there.
Yeah, and that's such a reassuring kind of factor.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, like, it's so. And then the thing, like you go to like a local gig, say Kill All Your Friends Fest. It was $15, and Graves were meant to play but pulled out for personal reasons. They in their release, I think they mentioned that it was a family member of the band was in hospital, which is completely reasonable to pull out of a show for.
Things happen that are beyond your control.
Out of your control. And but the main bands that I knew that were playing, like Pledge This, Honest Crooks, Life's Ill, Staunch. Who else? There was a couple of bands from Queensland. There was a band from Queensland. I think there was one from Victoria. But it's like $15 to go see those absolute monsters perform. Like, they absolutely killed it. And it's like, where are you going to get that much entertainment for $15? Like, in Sydney, you can't even buy a chicken parmesan for $15.
Yeah.
But you can go see 6 hours worth of bands.
It's nuts, man.
Yeah. It's like, everyone's got to get out there and do it. Because it's, like, really good quality, like, bands for not much money. Like, you don't have to pay much to see them. And if you like a band, you can obviously go buy their merch.
Absolutely. Well, a lot of people, I guess, miss that as well. That, like, majority of the time, especially when it's local bands and, you know, smaller shows, you know, that are being played in the area, the venue hire is usually the biggest expense, and that's obviously something that's just
part and parcel.
Exactly. Like, you know, fair enough. Like, these guys are doing us a massive service to let us just kind of thrash the place for a couple of hours. But yeah, most of the guys don't get paid for it. So I mean, $15 is to ensure that, like, you can keep coming back there and keep giving you know, bands and other bands the opportunity, you know, to be able to continue doing this kind of stuff. Yeah. The extra money that, like, you know, I know a lot of people, like, I'm always broke. To put it, I'm always broke. It's the easiest way I can say it. But, you know, you think about just what these guys are going through and how much, you know, like, shit, I don't even know where I'm going with this, to be perfectly honest.
I get you saying, like,
there is so much, there's just so much effort that gets put into it all.
And like, effort and money as well, like Meridian Theory, just to jump on them again, to travel from Coughs down, like, I think they were doing their own little tour, but to even, like, not only organise a tour, but to support yourself on tour, and that's, like, food for 5 people, like, petrol to get everyone there, like, rooms to stay in. It's like there's a lot of effort that goes into it. So, I guess I'm guessing what you were going to say was obviously, like, pay your tickets and get in there. But if you like a band, definitely, like, support them anyway.
I will be straight up. I kind of sort of tied my tongue there when I was going, because I didn't want to come across as aggressive, but that's exactly what I'm saying. Pay the fucking $15 to show up, pay a couple of extra bucks to buy some shirt, and fucking support this shit. Yeah, exactly. It's not hard. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and like, a fucking band shirts are what, $20, $30?
Dude, I'm seeing them for like $10 these days.
Yeah.
Like, some of the more like easier prints where it is just a logo or something. Yeah. You know, to I guess enable some of these guys to make money for a, you know, better design or, you know, a whole or a bigger range kind of thing to release. You know, it's $10.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's not like buying a shirt from General Pants, because it's like, I bought this cool fucking $90 shirt from General Pants. Shit, 3 other people in this nightclub are wearing this fucking shirt. I now look like an absolute dickhead. And it's like, I spent $90. Where did the $90 go? Like, who got $90? Like,
me personally, I don't understand that fashion kind of stuff where people are always trying to one up each other on, like, this is this kind of brand and this is, you know, designed by this kind of people. I think, fuck it, like, it's a shirt. Does it go over my body? Beautiful.
It works. Yeah.
It does its job. Was it $5? Beautiful. I picked up a massive score.
Yeah. But
how much did you spend on that shirt that does the exact same thing as my $5 shirt? $90. Oh man, talk about investment.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, I'm broke, so I can't really talk.
But you feel good buying, like, merch at a gig as well, because normally it's the lead vocalist or someone from the band who's sitting behind the merch desk, and you're like, hey, like, can I get that shirt? And like, if you even put 5% effort into asking them, like, even like, if you're not even sure what shirt is for what band, if you just ask them, like, they're bound to have a conversation with you.
Absolutely, man.
And like, everyone's always super approachable. Like, and that's the ironic thing. Like, when you get on stage, people release whatever tension and anger they have inside, and so they come across as, like, scary to talk to. But when you talk to them normally, everyone's, like, super approachable. Everyone's super nice.
100%.
And especially when you, like, pay the $25 or $30 for, you know, a long sleeve shirt. I'm actually wearing a Polaris shirt. Yeah, I'm wearing my Polaris long sleeve.
Good boy.
Yeah. I was like, dude, that's a cool design. I like Polaris. Long sleeves, great. It's getting the winter.
Fuck yeah.
Just bought it. And I felt good because I'm like, I know I'm supporting, you know, locals.
Yeah, so absolutely.
Everyone's always like, oh, you got to support Australian jobs, blah, blah, blah. It's like, just support Australian musicians, because
they're also jobs.
They're also jobs.
Plus, I mean, let's
be
fair.
Low paying jobs as well.
Places like General Pants and, you know, fucking JJ's, and they're doing fine.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and they always do fine.
They will. Like,
they're not going out of business. Exactly. And that's the thing as well. Like, if you buy a shirt at the gig, depending how big the gig is, maybe 5 other people will buy the same shirt as you. Maybe 10 other people will buy the same shirt as you. Like, only you and 10 other people have that shirt wherever that show was held. So it's like, that's a super cool thing to have, and it's always a good memory. Like, I bought this shirt, and at the last gig at the Blacktown Masonic Hall before it closed completely. So like I've always got this shirt.
It'll have a sentimental value.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
The entire time you chuck it on.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I see, I'm like, it's not. I can't wear that shirt tonight. It doesn't fit. That's too much sentimental value. Too nice of a shirt to wear out and get absolutely.
And it gets that way. That's the crazy thing, is that it does like sound a bit batshit crazy to most people, but you do go through those kind of experiences for so long, and then have a venue shut down, for example. Yeah. And at the last show that's held there, like all the bands playing, you grab a shirt from it, and it's like shit. That was from that place, and it's the last time I ever got to do that there.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They'll never have another show there, and that's from that.
Yeah, it's from that. Yeah, it's like taking a piece of the floorboards or the piece of the plaster.
Just a part of the venue with you.
Yeah, it's like people when they knock down the Berlin Wall, people would grab bits of concrete and shit. It's like when this venue's getting closed down, or the band's splitting up. That's also another cool thing. Like, not it's fucking shit the bands break up, but
come on, man.
Yeah. Like, so Pledge This, they announced that they were sort of calling it quits after something like 9 years.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. It was really sad because it was really abrupt. I can't remember I don't know what the lead vocalist's name. Bradley got on stage and he's like, after the first song, he's like, "Hey guys, this is our last gig. He goes, we're calling it quits." Everyone's like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, calling it quits. Next song." And just went straight into the next song. Like, it wasn't a big drawn out thing. He's like, "Guys, we're calling it quits." Like 9 years, like 2009 I think they started. So was it 8 years almost?
That's nuts,
and he's
man.
like, that's it, we're done. Like
that's obviously not to that full extent because of, what those guys have had together. But, with me leaving Drowning Atlantis, with that kind of abrupt, I know what it feels like to be at that kind of, this is it. I've, been as far as I can go kind of thing. Now it's, time to just quickly sever ties and end it where it's at. Yeah. But,
I think for Bradley as well, he didn't want to stand up there and, start getting too emotional and talking too long. And
no, absolutely not.
He's just like, especially on stage, just like, yeah, we're done. That's, you guys all know now. And then after the next song that he sort of explained, he was like, we've been going at it for so long. And he actually said, if you ever get the chance to be in a band, take it. He goes, it will cost you a lot of money and it'll be a real pain in the ass at sometimes. He goes, but it will be the best time of your life. He goes, so if you get the opportunity, take it with both hands. He goes, you don't know where you'll end up. He goes, but it'd be the best time.
100%.
So I was like, yeah, that's
truer words have never been said.
Yeah, exactly. So, but like if, I didn't grab any of their merch there because I actually ran out of money because I spent like $100 on merch.
Good boy.
I was like, shit, I don't know if they had merch there or not. I think because they knew they were kind of not going to continue. They didn't bother ordering more merch. But if you grabbed it before then, it's like now you've got a shirt off a band that was really big in the Sydney scene and really, inspired a lot of other people. Now you've got their shirt and no one else can get that shirt unless they get it off you. Yeah. So it's like, it's super cool. Like, it's like a little memento.
100%, man.
Yeah. And plus you supported them. So
definitely. Like, and again, there's obviously so many bands that deserve that kind of attention, but Pledge specifically, like, as you were saying, they've been going at it for as long as they've been going at it. Yeah. They've been relentless in just making sure that they always deliver such a great show. And, again, Brad's he's another freak. Yeah. He's just one of those guys that you cannot stop. Yeah. Like, I've had the pleasure of seeing that guy play a couple of times, with, a whole bunch of members over the years. Yeah. Excuse me. And every single time, like, I to a degree, I look at it as a competition because of, my aspect in music. Like, I'm seeing other vocalists as rivals, and I'm thinking, like, I've got to do better than them to ensure the career. And I'm sure that that's what a lot of people do. Yeah, it's a friendly competitiveness. Like, no one really speaks about that kind of... No, yeah. But, it's there. It's there. 100%. Yeah. But he's definitely one of those vocalists where I always thought, fuck, how do I do it? How do I upstage him? Yeah. He's nuts. He doesn't stop. No, and he just has the crowd in the palm of his hand the whole way. He actually jumped off the stage, I think with the second last song or the last song, and just started like pushing everyone in the crowd, like just riling everyone up. That's like, what I'm saying. Just getting involved and really. He does that shit. Yeah. Like, and it's so fucking sad to see the end of it. Yeah. It's alright. Sorry, we're doing this in my room, and I currently live with my mother, and this is probably the greatest fucking thing to admit on a podcast, but she's yelling out to me, so I'm going to deal with this real quick.
That's right. Just switch the mic off.
Not now, we're busy.
We can edit that out or we can leave it in.
Probably edit that. No, we have to leave it in now.
Yeah.
That's me mum. There's a lot of people in the scene that probably know my mum, actually. There's been a lot of bands, like travelling bands that have stayed at my old place, specifically the Busby place over the years, and they've all met Mumsy. She's just...
Shout out to Joel's mum.
Shout out to me mum. We've done a shout out for you, mum. Moving on. You look bewildered right now, like, what the fuck do I go from here?
Yeah, I've never had someone yell out to their mum during a podcast. It's the first time for everything. First time.
That's usually what happens when I play a show.
Yeah, I say first time, first time human pyramid. First time someone climbing speaker stacks.
People will always be climbing speakers. Don't worry.
Yeah, but you were the first one that I saw.
Oh, I popped a speaker cherry.
Oh.
And your human pyramid cherry. There's plenty of cherries I want to pop on you.
Cherries. Come here, Joel. Give us a cuddle.
Oh shit. I've done it again.
No. I was going to say, with the scene, like, there's a friendly competitiveness between the bands, but there's also a really strong brotherhood. Like, I know I was talking to Jerry about this. He went to Perth, and then when he was in Perth, he was like, he messaged someone who he had played with previously, like the bands had played together. Yeah, he's like, I'm like, maybe the guy can give me a lift, or to get something to eat, and then come back to the thing. Yeah. Because he had a 6-hour stopover from Perth to somewhere else,
which is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and he the guy was like, yeah, I'll come pick you up, blah blah blah. Took him around Perth, showed him all of Perth in like 6 hours. Got him went out and got something to eat, and then dropped him back off the airport in time to catch his flight. Yeah, and it's like, where else can you get that sort of mateship?
Yeah, I got lucky as shit the other week. Just over a month ago when Graves headlined at AMPM and Divinate opened. I ended up filling in for Divinate that night, and it was the first time I'd ever met Graves. Like, literally the first time I ever met those guys.
That's mad.
And out of nowhere, like, I just kind of hit him up and said, like, yeah, you guys are from Wollongong. I'm going back there as well. Like, it's like, what are the odds I can just kind of hitch a ride and, chuck in for petrol or something? And sure as shit, within 5 minutes, like, we're jumping in the car together and they give me a ride home.
That's fucking mad.
It's like, how the fuck does this happen?
Yeah, exactly. And, like, Graves is like, they're a big fucking band. Exactly. Like,
but just such down to earth people as are most of the big fucking bands that are in the scene.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think, and that's the good thing with the scene the way it is. Like, if you're a dick,
people will call you out on it straight away.
People will call you out, and people won't come and support you.
People have done that to me, man. Because I've been a dick, and I'm the first one to admit it. Like, people called me out on it straight away, and there was no, special treatment or anything because I was, in a band or anything like that. It was straight like, dude, you're being a dick and you're going to be fucking treated like it. Yeah. Like, and it was as simple as that. And I've seen that, over the years happen so many times. Like, in the real world, I guess, people will let that slide and just go along with the bullshit as long as they can keep up appearances. But in the scene, you'll get called up on that straight away. Yeah. Fuck.
Exactly. Like, especially in like a company situation. Like, if your boss has been a real dick.
Yeah, like, you've just got to kind of eat shit.
Yeah, but if the headlining band, like their lead vocalist or their front man, is being a real dick, like, you can just call them out on it. Straight up. Like, and like, it might be a detriment to your band, especially if you're the opening band, but if you call them out on it, it's most of the time people back you up on it because no one else had the balls to call them out on it. Yeah. And what's the worst can happen? Like, that you don't get to play with that guy anymore. It's like, well, that's good. You don't want to play with him because he's a dick. Yeah. So it's like, it's fine.
People's prejudices don't seem to, be as much of an issue in the scene. Again, it's just straight up, like, doesn't matter if you're friends, how you know the person, if you don't know the person. Yeah. Or if, the social standing, I guess, that people view is different between you. Like, regardless, if you're doing the wrong thing, you're going to be called out for it.
Yeah, exactly. And as you should be. So it's
damn straight.
Damn straight. Like, exactly. So you got the mateship aspect, but you've also got the no bullshit tolerance
100%.
aspect as well. So it keeping it real.
Very real.
Yeah. We're going to have another long, awkward silence. Sorry, everyone who's listening. Joel and I are just staring deeply into each other's eyes. Let's do some breathing. Actually, there's some really silent screaming. It's a bit like DHC.
Got head spins now, shit.
It's got me faded, bro.
Don't even.
What was I gonna say? Oh fuck, I was gonna say.
I don't know. You were gonna say it.
Before shows, do you have anything like any sort of weird rituals or warm up stuff? Like, what's you have any weird rituals before a show?
I wouldn't consider it weird, but
rituals.
I do sacrifice a small puppy every single time. That's not weird.
The media's going to grab that part as well. They're going to mesh that and the gun part, and they're just going to get satanic shooter.
This isn't doing me any services. People who think that they can connect the dots like I once thought I could are going to look at my band's name and go, Lowgazer. Oh, hang on. Jesus is up high. The devil's down low. And that's where he's looking.
Oh,
that's
shit.
where he's gazing. He's definitely fucking 666 all the way through.
That's funny. Like the 666 thing now is like gets the piss taken out of it so fucking much now. Like it's just.
I didn't even know that was still a thing. I guess I'm getting old.
No, but I'm saying like it's not a thing, but it's because people started taking the piss out of it so much.
Fair enough.
So.
Same as a devil horns kind of thing, but
yeah,
isn't there like a dispute between Gene Simmons and some other prick who is trying to trademark that now?
That's if you trademark that, you're an asshole.
Straight up.
Yeah.
How the fuck can you trademark a hand gesture?
Yeah. Actually, I haven't seen the devil horns at a show in ages.
Me neither.
No one throws it up anymore.
No, it's usually the bird.
Yeah, it's usually
and that's and that's to show that you enjoy it. Like,
yeah, it's like fuck it,
yeah,
I enjoy it. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, bunch of irony. But yeah, rituals, sacrificing your puppy. Any specific type of puppies?
I don't sacrifice any puppies.
Any specific type?
I don't sacrifice puppies.
Any specific?
I want to clarify that right now.
Specific type.
Stop being a prick.
Poodles.
I don't sacrifice anything. No,
no biting pigeons' heads off. Or Gene Simmons did that. No.
You've done some recon work before this interview, haven't you? You've been watching me before, like, I actually go on stage.
You just tucking into a pigeon in the dumpster behind the gig.
He's starting to scare me, guys. He's got this weird look in his eye. I know you can't see it, but...
Black helicopters.
If no one hears from me in the next couple of days...
Black helicopters are circling the building.
Don't tell me that. Rituals. No, I don't necessarily have any specific ritual. I try and do as many warm-ups as possible, but I guess I just try and put myself in a good mood, talk to people, and jam up for the show.
Yeah.
Like at Rad Bar, that was.
Do you drink a lot before you perform, or more after?
Alcoholic drinks.
Yeah.
Usually I don't drink. When we play Rad Bar, I'll have I'll have the odd beer or something.
Yeah.
Like before we play, and then afterwards I'll smash a couple.
Yeah.
The last show we played, I could not fucking help myself. It was just the bartender there, Jai, made me a cinnamon whiskey sour, and like I said, it was just such a fucking fantastic drink.
And that's it.
And seriously, I don't know if it like helped boost my confidence and like cleared my throat out of phlegm and shit like that, but I felt like I performed better that night.
Maybe it's the cinnamon because it's like. Cinnamon's like kind of spicy.
Maybe. I honestly don't even know. And you'd
That's
think,
cool.
After all the years of yelling at people through these devices here, I'd be aware. But truly, there's no like ritual or preparation. It's more just, try and psych myself up and enjoy it. And that's it. Go hard.
Do you do any like throat care stuff? I know some guys do tea and honey and stuff like that to try and keep their vocal cords all warmed up and stuff.
No,
you just sort of you do the warm ups obviously, but then apart from that, you're just ready to roll.
No, I will have water and try and keep myself as if I start to feel my throat warming up and just feeling sore or anything like that, I'll definitely start smashing water a little more. But I'll keep it pretty regular.
Yeah, and
keep myself hydrated while I'm going because I feel that just keeps things in check.
Yeah, that's mad.
But so far so good. I get I lose my voice to a degree every now and then, and you can hear that it definitely suffers after I've played a couple of shows. When I just get way too into it, and do have a drink or something like that, and it just
It'll
kind of
flow
leaves
it
me
out more.
defenseless. But
Yeah.
for the most part, it's pretty good, man. It's you know your limits.
Yeah.
You really do.
Yeah, exactly. Like after you do it for so many years, you'll learn how hard you can push yourself and how often without blowing your voice out.
Definitely. And some shows, I guess, like you do kind of just go, you know what, fuck it, this is fun tonight. I'm going.
Yeah.
Like I'm going hard. But more often than not, like you learn the hard way. You can only do that so many times before you realize like this is catching up to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In saying that, I like to think that all the years of screaming have given me a deeper voice, and considering the munchkin I am, that's probably a bit of an asset right
It
now.
helps
So
out considerably. That's the funny thing as well. Like, Adam, if you ever listen to the podcast, like when Adam talks, he talks really softly.
yeah,
Like he's a really quiet dude. Like off stage, and when he gets on, he's just like super heavy. It's like shit, man. Like his range, like his regular talking voice, and his performing like vocals are like fucking complete polar differences.
yeah,
And I think it also helps. Like I realize some of the guys who have really deeper voices can really get those super deep, like death, like growls in, and it's like that's
100%.
so fucking cool. But it's probably a part and parcel. Like you practice that, your voice will naturally just get deeper anyway.
yeah. Oh, there are 100% techniques to go with it as
Yeah.
well. Like,
Oh yeah.
I can't sit here and start just reciting techniques on how to make certain sounds, but you get the idea. Like, it's an art.
Yeah, definitely. So any kids out there who want deep voices, boys or girls, I'm not going to discriminate.
Man, the
Ladies,
charm,
if
the fury. She is like the most ridiculous screamer on the planet.
even
She makes me sound like a lesbian.
even Jasmine from Cursed Earth.
I haven't actually had the chance to listen to Cursed Earth. I've got to
Dude,
admit that, and
Fucking
I've been
good.
hearing a lot about him lately. I've got to jump on that.
Fucking good. I saw Taraji down that way,
Just down that way.
towards Bulai way. Towards Bulai? Yeah. No,
You guys can't see, but we're pointing to the left from where I'm sitting right now.
Pointing to
It's
my
down
right.
down that way to the left,
down that way.
and to Luke's right.
Near
Ostomy?
Ostomy? Yeah, out near Ostomy way. Which is another cool little venue. It's a surf club. It was like middle of summer. It was hot as fuck. And the windows open, like had the windows all open, sea breeze coming through, and it was still deathly hot in there. Kubla Khan was playing.
Yeah.
Graves was headliner.
Yep.
Graves they all were fucking blind drunk when they performed. It was the best. Like, actually, no, I saw someone jump off the speaker stack onto the crowd who had morphed together around the microphone trying to grab the mic and fucking get a, like, scream into the mic. Some dude jumped off the speaker stack onto the crowd of people. I was like, dude, where else do you see this? Like, people just like run.
I don't know, but I really want to see it at my shows.
It was so cool. But
That's so cool.
it was Graves, Kubla Khan.
Cursed Earth, were you saying? Or?
Yeah, Cursed Earth was in there. So I saw the band before Cursed Earth, and I can't remember who it was. And I was like, it's too hot in here. And my brother Matt agreed. He was like, we're like, it's too hot. We're going to go outside. So we went in and hung outside for a bit. And we actually were hanging outside, and everyone else went back in for the next show.
Yeah.
Or the next band. And I was like, it's too hot. I'm too tired. I'm just going to sing out like in the breeze. And we heard Jasmine start screaming. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Who is this?
I was like, who is this? Like the highs were just, I was concerned. I'm like, someone's going to blow their voice out. Like, someone's going to blow their voice out. And my brother ran back in, and he ran back out. He's like, dude, it's a female lead. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, it's a female vocalist. I was like, what the fuck? Walk in there, and the whole crowd's moving. Like, they've got the whole crowd going. They're just, like, pumping it hard.
That's cool.
It was like, they killed it. Like, they really, really brought the heat. And they're from Perth.
Yeah, I've
So-
definitely got to check them out.
Yeah, definitely. They're performing at Red Bar.
Okay, I will
Red
be
Bar
there.
on it's a Tuesday or Wednesday night.
I don't care, I'll be there.
Yeah,
That's,
15. I think it's $15.
I don't care, I'll be there.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly. It's like, dude, like
You've
gotta
sold
get
me.
there.
That sounds so fucking cool.
Yeah, dude, they're super cool. So definitely get down to them.
Yeah, guys.
Definitely. But yeah, like female leads, and A Beautiful Monument from Melbourne. They're a bit
Indeed.
more metally, but they're still fucking good. And they
Absolutely,
were
man.
Triple J's feature artist for a week, so that was really cool. I think they were supporting somebody. I can't remember now who it was.
Oh, it's on the top of my head.
Because they got picked from the Triple J Unearthed site.
Yeah, I
and
know.
They won.
And, they've got that competition for the openers now. Damn it. Fucking, who is it? Jenna is the vocalist of the band.
I can't remember.
This is going to kill me.
Yeah.
This is actually going to kill me. And so many people are going to be listening going,
I know the answer to this one.
I say so many very lightly.
Or Tim, probably. If
Yeah.
Tim is listening to this.
If you're still listening to this, Tim, fuck you.
Fuck you, Tim. That's actually something that everyone says to Tim as well. Everyone says, fuck you, Tim.
For a good reason.
Good reason. Fuck you, Tim.
He's a cunt.
Tim's parents live around the corner from my house. Like, legit. Tim...
They are the loveliest people.
They are.
I don't know how they brought that cunt up.
Yeah, exactly. Such a fucking prick of a human being.
I love you, Tim.
Love you, Tim. But yeah, so Beautiful Monument, killing it. They're all...
Fuck this. While we're talking, I'm going to Facebook it and find out.
Yeah, that's all right.
I have to. It's killing me.
So, and I think that's also the thing as well, like, a lot of people say... I don't know, a lot of the music industry cops flack for not supporting female artists. But I think in the metal community, and this is my complete... Like, this is my view, and I've never seen anyone not want to listen to a band because it's a female lead. It's been the complete opposite.
Absolutely.
Because it's such a dude-orientated thing, like for male lead vocalists. As soon as a chick steps in and brings the heat, it's like, fuck yeah! Like I'm so down with this.
Just like the band Tonight Alive.
Tonight Alive.
I knew I'd get it, even though Facebook had to help me.
God damn, that's great. So yeah, they opened up for them in Melbourne, wasn't it? Or they opened up on...
They had the whole tour.
They had the whole tour. Great. That's fucking awesome.
Damn straight. And rightly so, man. Beautiful Monument's great.
Yeah, they are. They're super great. I want to interview them.
Do it.
I'm going to do a Melbourne run. Just try and get as many bands in Melbourne.
Do it.
That's the thing as well. Like, I want to find out what the scene in Melbourne's like. Because scene in Sydney's like, I know the bands in Sydney. But I'm like, who are the killers from Melbourne?
Oh. I'm not on authority to speak of it yet, but... There is something that's going to be happening with Lowgazer soon to go out and explore Melbourne.
Exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first.
That's pretty much as I can give up at this point,
That's
Melbourne.
fine.
We will see you soon, but how soon and under what circumstances? I'm not going to fucking tell you.
Joel's flying on a military jet, parachuting in.
Against my will.
Against your will. They're pushing you out of the plane.
Yeah, it's for Rothschilds.
We're going to go down this rabbit hole.
They've got me working for them now.
They've converted you. You're a shill. So
Oh,
what's
shit.
your stance on the flat earth?
Oh man, that has been hilarious.
It's frightening. It's frightening.
Man,
It
the
really
greatest
is.
thing I've ever fucking read on the internet is literally the Flat Earth Society has members all around the globe.
Yeah, exactly.
I nearly cried when I read that.
Yeah.
That was so fucking funny.
It's hilarious. If it's a globe, how does not all the water sink to the bottom?
Man,
Dude, if it's a globe, all the water would sink to the bottom of the globe because of gravity? Is that right? They don't believe in gravity either.
that's why Architects wrote that song. I knew it. They're flat earthers.
God damn it.
No, wait. That was Gravity Hold On To Me. So they believe in gravity and therefore wouldn't be flat earthers.
No,
They believe in a globe that...
globalists. Globalists?
I don't fucking know.
Normal people. Sensible people.
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 Yeah.
Good people.
Talented people.
Very talented. Goddamn, very talented. I love how the bigger...
I love you, Sam Carter.
Shout out to Sam Carter.
I will somehow have your baby if you're up for it.
Butt baby.
I don't know how we do it like scientifically, but
I'm sure you could.
I'm not talking about adoption either. Like I'm talking like I would be
Physical.
involved with the conception and carrying your child. I'm not sure how I'd do it, but
We will. We'll.
I just want your genes
Let's
in me.
crowdfund this.
Oh god. Why did you choose to interview me? I'm quite clearly fucked in the head.
Because it's awesome. It's fun. I was like, who's fun to talk to? I was like, so like every so often, like your conspiracy stuff just pops up on Facebook. I'm like, yes, this is great. This is so great. I'm like, I want to talk to Joel about all this shit. It's great. The conspiracy stuff is great. And I think in the metal community, people are a lot more likely to be conspiracy theorists. I don't know why there's a connection, but I think there is.
Me personally, and I really like to distance myself from that title now for obvious reasons.
But the police are watching you, or
because I'm sick of looking like a fuckwit.
But dude, you got to see the YouTube videos. I swear, I've got links. Look at all my links to the YouTube videos that support my stance.
Definitely. Definitely. I got links out the arsehole if you really want to fucking go into this. Don't talk about me links.
Certified, verified links. Dude, he's only 12, but trust me, he knows what the fuck's going on.
All seriousness, but like with conspiracy shit and all that kind of stuff, I guess if we're even going to talk about it, I'll clarify with my stuff. I don't believe that the Earth's flat. I don't believe that the moon landing was faked and that kind of shit. I just believe that there's some people who have way too fucking much money between themselves and their families.
Yeah.
And should be sharing that wealth with everyone else, but are putting absolutely every effort in that they possibly can to ensure that no one gets any, the wealth isn't dispersed fairly. Like, it's just kept towards them.
Yeah.
And it's just what keeps bothering me is, why do I have to wake up every single day and work 8 hours in a job that I don't like or something, like that, to then go and finance something that I'd like to do, while someone like Trump can fucking inherit a whole bunch of shit, and every project that he actually, goes after in life, he can fail at, but still manage to get bailouts from investors and just all that bullshit that us common folk aren't supposed to even know about. Yeah. That's what I believe in. To simplify it's
all luck of the draw, and
I don't believe in conspiracy theories. I believe in wealth inequality.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I think that,
believe in equity, not equality, because equality doesn't always mean it's fair either.
When I say equality, I don't mean like a flat line, because that's never going to happen. No. We are all different people.
Yeah,
it's just
they'll always have to be a working class, like regardless. I think
definitely
they always have to be working class, and people are talking about that now with like AI. Like eventually, there's going to have to be like a standard, not a standard income, but like everyone gets a say it's $30,000 a year, and that covers like food,
just basics, essentials.
And like the thought is behind that.
Well, that's all taxpayer funded kind of stuff, and that's where I think absolutely that sounds like a great idea. I think that should be in place as it is, because of the amount of money that is paid in taxes.
Yeah, exactly. And
just to
sorry, go on.
Even when we talk about taxes, most people think I pay taxes because I work and that kind of shit, but everyone pays taxes when they do shopping and pay GST.
Yeah,
everyone pays
taxes
when they cross a certain highway and have to pay a toll and shit.
Who paid for the toll in the highway in the first place? Taxpayers.
Exactly. And how the fuck is there still money going on when it's
same thing with the trains. It's like it's public transport. So my tax paid for those lines, or not my tax specifically because I wasn't old enough.
Your tax pays to run that
system. Like that transport, like they paid to build the lines and the stations, and pays the conductors and
it continues to this day.
But then I still got to pay to use it.
Exactly.
Like, how does that work?
Exactly, and that's where I start to think, it's not so much a conspiracy bullshit sort of thing where
just wake
reptilian aliens from underground have control over. It's just greedy cunts are being way too greedy.
Exactly, and I hate how the government's always like, we need more money. It's like, no, we're not going broke. Like, there's no way this country can go broke. Like, there's literally
the amount of natural, just driving from Sydney to Tamworth and looking at all the open space and thinking about how much natural resources we have out here.
Yeah, exactly.
It's phenomenal. And I know that just because it's there doesn't mean that everyone's got the right to just go and start fucking plundering and going nuts on what's out there. But it's just, there does have to be a point where we kind of go, all right, this is ridiculous. Every day is just, where the big companies are smashing the resources to put into the supermarkets and shit and continue this system we have. It's all, as much as I fucking hate to say it, I really hate to say it like this, it is all but basically a big pyramid scheme.
It is. Yeah, definitely.
Like, where these bankers that have way too fucking much money
They're
get
too
to
big
just,
to fail. Like, they get bailed out.
Yeah.
It's like, how does that work?
And you're right. People that really have nothing to do with some of their endeavors, their lives are completely fucking ruined because of their failures.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's just, that's what bothers me, and that's what I guess went fucking nuts for a couple of years because of.
No, and it gets to a point where, like, I definitely agree that there's always a push for more, and that's like just the way that
It's like, settle down, cunt. You got enough.
Yeah, exactly. Our consumerist society, and I'm not saying I'm pro-communism, because anyone who's listened to the first podcast, I'm definitely not pro-communism. My stance on communism, if you wanted to hear it, and if anybody else wants to hear it, is I'm not fucking standing in line for a piece of bread. Alright? I like the way that things go now. Like, they could be more fair, yeah, but there has to be ways for people to make money and for innovation to exist. And in a communist country, that doesn't exist. Like, look at Russia. Nothing good has come out of Russia in the last 50 years. Like, no innovation.
Actually, I gotta disagree, because their military alone is.
Okay, so apart from military. Like, I'm talking about, like, artistic.
I don't know, there's, like, we don't hear a lot about Russia as well in our media.
That's true.
And, I mean, not a lot of people spend time going, I wonder what people in Russia are doing. You know, like, I have no idea what the fuck Russia's up to.
Yeah. From the stuff that I've seen, it looks very run down, and like, just not like it. But then again, it's also very corrupt, from what I understand.
Fair point.
Yeah, like, a lot of gangsters are just like, apparently, when the Soviet Union broke down, and it was like the government was selling off, like, the electricity, the trains, the buses, and the water. It was just pretty much a free for all between the gangsters. Like, if I had the buses and you had the trains, all I would do was go kill you, and just be like, yeah, the buses are mine now.
Yeah.
All the trains are mine now. And that's how it worked. I'm like, you can't do it like that.
Well, that's pretty much the basis of how Australia was founded, wasn't it? It's just a bunch of white people showed up and went, fuck, this wasn't here when we showed up the first time.
Yeah.
This is ours now.
Yeah, exactly.
And all the Aboriginal people were like, hang on.
And then
settle down, cunt.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fucked.
That is incredibly fucked. I speak lightly of it, but yeah, that's still.
Yeah, that's fucked.
I'm not going to get into it, because
Let's change the date, people. Let's just get over that. Let's just change the date.
Let's just fucking do more.
Yeah,
seriously. All bullshit aside, like, it's. And I don't have the answers, and I will be the first to admit it.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. There's going to be someone smarter out there that knows what to do, and we should listen to them.
Straight up.
Yeah. Straight up. You should listen to them. I can't give you the answers, but someone has the answers.
I can just draw attention to the fact that there's issues that haven't been dealt with.
Exactly.
I'm not smart enough to fucking fix them.
No, exactly. Yeah.
And I'll admit that.
It's like, I can call the fire brigade and tell them that there's a fire. I can't put the fucking fire out. I need the fire brigade to do that.
No, I know how to use water.
No, but for a house fire. Mate, what are you doing? Hey.
I'll just sneeze a whole bunch of times until my breath puts it out.
I'll just scream at the fire. And it's going to go. Might work. Just a deep, low growl. Suck all the oxygen out.
CJ McMahon style.
Yeah.
McMahon.
CJ McMahon.
That guy's, oh, God.
Yeah.
I miss that dude.
I used to listen to their cover of Du Hast on the way down here.
Oh, dude, how good is that?
How
good's Rammstein too?
Rammstein's,
been watching some of their videos lately.
Oh,
like, just to their shows.
On stage, they're like...
Next level.
Insane. Like...
Next universe, sorry.
Yeah, actually insane. Like, I think one of their shows, one of them had a giant dick.
Pussy.
Spraying,
for the song Pussy.
Yeah, spraying...
The cockmobile. Yeah, it's like foam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fake yeah.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love fucking... I can't even remember what song it was, but out of nowhere, Till the vocalist just set the fucking keyboard player on fire.
Set the keyboard player?
Yeah.
What?
Like, they had some kind of fire... Yeah. But he, like, literally just walks back out on stage dressed up as a butcher and that kind of shit, and he's got a big fucking flamethrower on him.
Fuck.
And he's like...
Germans.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Keyboard player's, like, in this fucking big pot sort of thing, and he just starts burning the cunt.
Jesus.
Fucking what? Like, shit.
They're insane.
Here's me talking about standards and trying to do a backflip to entertain people, and this cunt's got a flamethrower.
Gua's in the same league. Like, they decapitate people and shit like that. Not really decapitate, but...
Put on a show.
Put on a good show. Them, and there's a Japanese they're like not kind of like electro / metal, called Crossfaith.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw them. They opened up.
They're on tour with Polaris, aren't they?
Are they?
I think so.
It's fucking cool. They're cool dudes. I've never met them, but they seem like super.
If
cool
I'm not
dudes.
mistaken, they're on the
Polaris tour. That's mad.
Within Heart's Wake and
That's
While She
mad.
Sleeps.
Probably. I think I might have seen that.
I'm gonna double check again on Facebook
That's mad.
while we're going through
But they
this.
opened up for Soundwave 2013,
Yeah, righto.
and the keyboardist had a bottle of Jaeger, got it out, and just poured it all over his fucking keyboard. It was just like, fuck it. They just trashed it. They just trashed everything. They're like,
Right on.
I think it was like their first time playing in Australia or something like that.
Okay.
And they were just like, fuck it, let's just go for it. They were just like, had bottle. Like, I think they had one.
They done their research, is what they did.
They had one song called Jaeger Bomb.
Yeah,
I
righto.
think Jaeger had something to do with them, like, because I think it might have been reversed. So they did the song, and then Jägermeister was like, "Hey, these guys are cool. Like, we'll sponsor you a little bit."
Yeah.
Oh, sweet, fuck yeah! In Heart's Wake, special guest Crossfaith, awesome. While She Sleeps, awesome. Polaris, fuck yeah, dude, that's mad.
It's like a month away, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's mad.
That's gonna be cool.
That's gonna be.
That's
cool.
gonna be really cool.
Why is there so many good tours, and why don't I have enough money to go see them?
Because
All of them.
people are just getting better in this country.
It's part of the reason why I started doing the podcast, because I'm like, such good people, such good music. Gotta get out there. Not everyone can get on Triple J. Not everyone can get on sort of. There's nothing really else other than Triple J that supports Australian music.
Yeah, I keep getting escorted out by security every time I show up.
But
But
Triple J,
yeah,
Yeah.
in all fairness, no one's asked me to show up,
you
and
just rock up.
no, I just keep just trying to bust into the room and get on the radio,
Like, ha ha ha.
shout about aliens or something.
Yeah, you get on. Yeah. Are you sure it's not the tinfoil hat that makes them concerned? Or the talk about weapons?
Oh, you prick. You're only saying that because I'm actually wearing a tinfoil hat now.
Yeah, everyone. This room is actually entirely covered with tinfoil and newspaper clippings from 1963.
I need something that sounds like tinfoil to make it convincing.
Where's some tinfoil?
That was a really good tinfoil sound that you just made there.
That's tinfoil. That's what. That's the noise tinfoil makes. when
I'm
it's
definitely covered in it.
talking. Tinfoil suit, dude. You should rock up to a gig in a tinfoil suit.
One day.
That would be hilarious. At least a tinfoil hat.
100%. It's going to happen. I feel like I have to do it.
You do. You've got.
It won't be funny if anyone else does it. I have to do it.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause you've got you got the title.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's just like take it and run.
As much as I hate it, I can't deny it. It's there.
It's there
and
now.
I've earned it. I've fucking earned it.
Just gotta defend it, because as soon as you start defending,
Drugs are bad, kids.
as soon as you start defending it, someone will be like, "No, man, I'm more into conspiracy theories." Then you can be like, "No, I am," and then
Are you kidding at this point? I mean, fuck, take
No,
it.
no,
I
but
don't-
I'm saying like
I don't want that association
pretend
anymore.
That you want it, so they want it more, and then you kind of like yeah, and then you just sort of like flop, and then let him have it or them, her.
That's
him
a
or her.
good idea. You
So
know what?
pretend you want to hold on to it, because then someone will be like, "No, man, I'm more of a conspiracy theorist than this guy."
Have you ever thought about getting into life counselling?
Well,
I think
Joel,
you'd be good
this
at it.
is your life. Welcome.
This
to
isn't a podcast, isn't it? This is actually. I now owe you about $300, don't
yes,
I?
yeah,
Fuck.
Yeah.
Can we go to the bank tomorrow?
yeah, definitely. Oh wow, dude, I'm on 9% on my laptops, so we might have to call it quits there. I don't know how long we've been gone for. It's probably like an hour.
Yeah, it feels like it's
Probably.
been
It's been like an hour, possibly.
something like that.
I don't know what time we started.
You
But
guys still entertained?
I hope everyone's been entertained. I've had a good time.
Yeah.
Have you had a good time, Joel?
Yeah, I've had a great time.
Great time.
I've had a fantastic time, Luke. Thank you.
We'll definitely have to organise something with the Lowgazer guys. I finally worked
Nah,
out how
fuck
I can
'em.
get... fuck them?
Yeah, fuck them.
I finally worked out how I can get more mics. Oh, dude, yeah, I can press those buttons as well. Yeah, I worked out I can get like 6 mics in this one mixer. For the longest time, I thought I could only get 2. And then I worked it out the other day, and I was like, oh my God. It's like,
Can I ask?
Yeah.
Do you get those extra 6 mics in there by plugging them into the extra 6 inputs that are there?
Yeah.
That's...
No, because it said line... it says... Because I thought it went into here where it says FX send and phone and main out, man. I'm like, that's not where it goes. And then I just really was just like too nervous to try and even bother looking at it. because for the longest time I couldn't get this to work, and then my mate Will, thanks Will if you're listening, actually was just like playing with it, and he got it to work, and I was like, oh shit, don't touch any of it because I don't want it to fuck up, and then it works.
Yeah, I can't talk shit. That looks like an Egyptian tablet to me.
Yeah. Don't worry, me too. I don't touch anything except these two, and these ones, which are the levels 1, 2, 5, 6. So that's what confused me because it said 3/4. I'm like, I don't know how that works. Anyway, enough talking about this
little
contraption
that we don't understand mutually.
I don't know.
Either way, technology, right?
Technology.
We're both talking into a box, and now it's a podcast.
It's been recorded.
Fuck yeah.
Awesome.
Well, I guess I should say on my own behalf, and actually, yeah, I don't have anyone else's behalf to say thank you on, except for the lizard people.
Lizard people. No worries. I love the lizard people. I for one, welcome our new insect overlords.
Okay, I'll clarify that just leaves one of us.
It's a Simpsons reference, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, why don't you back me up on that one, man?
Because it's way funnier. Now I don't seem as crazy. Yeah, I do.
No,
Who am I kidding?
All right. Yeah, we'll do one with the Lowgazer guys soon.
Definitely.
Any dates you want to plug? We'll plug them again with the Lowgazer guys, but if there's anything that you want to plug now.
8th of July, Burdekin Hotel.
Burdekin Hotel.
We are playing a little festival thing that I believe is called... I can't remember what it's called.
8th of July. Check it out. It'll be on the Lowgazer's Facebook, won't it?
Either way, I know we're playing with Diamond Construct.
So check out Diamond Constructs.
That's going to be awesome. A whole bunch
It'll be
of
on
other
their
bands.
Facebook, definitely.
Lions of the Underground are on it. They're fucking sick from Canberra.
Sick.
It's going to be a cool show.
Awesome.
Yeah. That's probably my only plug at this point.
Sweet.
Just keep coming to shows, guys. Doesn't matter if we're playing them or not. Just keep coming to fucking shows.
You might see some fire spinning or some backflips that you weren't expecting.
Absolutely. It's just anything goes now.
Definitely. It's a free-for-all.
Especially if you decide to get involved yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would like to I'd like to take this second real quick before we do end it to encourage any audience member, full stop at any show, to just go completely fucking berserk. Like just backflips, front flip, roly-polies, fucking have a seizure like I do. They're fun. Whatever you got to do, just enjoy yourself. I'm just, how to say it nicely. I'm so over seeing people that pay money to just come in and stand up against a wall, and it's not like they're not enjoying it. You can see them just fucking getting into there, but they're shy or some shit.
Yeah.
Just fucking lose it. Go nuts. Yeah. No one's judging you. You're there to have fun, and so are they.
Exactly.
Go hard.
Go hard or go home.
That is my final message. Yeah, don't go home.
Go hard. Come to the shows. Go hard. Support bands. Stay woke.
Stay very woke.
Stay wokest. We're the Killerset Podcast on Facebook, Killerset Podcast on YouTube, Killersetpod on Instagram, and
Killersetpod on Facebook.
Killersetpod@gmail.com if you want to email us. For whatever reason, if you want to abuse me, just send me some abuse on email. So, fuck it.
No dramas. I'll send you an email tonight.
Yeah, send me all your links.
Easy done.
I'm going down a rabbit hole tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Joel.
Have a fantastic night. Thank you, Luke.
Thank you, man. Thanks everyone for listening.
Thanks.
We're done. Out. Fuck it.
Bye.